boys and girls, welcome back to Tea Time with Mr. T. Now, as always, we have our teacups and we have our pinkies up because we are so very fancy, and we're going to come in for the clink, just like that. Alright, boys and girls, I have a fantastic story for you today. It's getting close to Christmas, so I thought we'd get a winter-themed one. Oh, before we get started, say hi, George. Hello, boys and girls. Oh, look at that. And George is here to join me. He is the peanut butter to my jelly, the banana to my ham sandwich. You know, everything that goes so well together. The chocolate to my syrup. It all goes together. Anyways, we have a wonderful story for you today, don't we, George? Yeah, it's going to be great. Hey, who's that? Was that Bigsby? George, did you see that? I did. What's going on around here? We got wolves running around, Bigsby and Wolf running around, and who knows what he's doing. Come back here, Bigsby. What? Red. I don't know. She just took off. Well, okay. Anyways, we have a wonderful story for you today. This story is called Sneezy the Snowman. It's by Maureen Wright, illustrated by Stephen Gilpin. And I thought this would be a really nice one to read for right before. Where'd they go? Granny, where are you going? I gotta find Bigsby. But Granny, they ran by quite a while ago. You might just want to wait here. Maybe they'll come back. All right, well, I need a little bit of a rest, anyways. I'll just sit right here by George, if you don't mind. All right, Granny. Go ahead and join us today. Okay, so why don't we get started with this story? This is Sneezy the Snowman. We'll come in just a little bit so we get a better look at these wonderful pictures. I love the pictures in this story. Absolutely love them. All right. Sneezy the Snowman shivered. It's cold out here, that's for sure. I need a drink to warm me up, so... And I want to point out, in pretty much every picture, there are these birds. See if you could find them. He drank cocoa from a cup. He said with a smile, I like this a lot. And then, right there, believe it or not, he melted from drinking something too hot. The children cried out, what should we do? A voice from the puddle said, make me brand new. They rebuilt Sneezy as snowflakes flew. A cold winter swirled and blew. The snowman sneezed a gigantic achoo. I'm sneezing and freezing and shivering too. A little girl said, then let's share. I have something you can wear. Here's my hat to put on your head. You look awesome, the children said. The snowman blinked his coal black eyes. The stocking cap was a nice surprise. But Sneezy the Snowman shivered. Brrr. It's cold out here, that's for sure. I'm freezing every minute. I'll find a hot tub and sit right in it. He found one and smiled. I like this a lot. And then right there, believe it or not, he melted from sitting in water too hot. The children cried out, what should we do? A voice from the hot tub said, make me brand new. They rebuilt Sneezy as snowflakes flew. A cold winter swirled and blew. The snowman sneezed a gigantic achoo. I'm sneezing and freezing and shivering too. A little boy said, then let's share. I have something you can wear. Here's my scarf that's red and blue. I think it would look great on you. The snowman blinked his coal black eyes. The colorful scarf was a nice surprise. It went very well with the long pink hat, the children all said. How about that? But Sneezy the snowman shivered. Brr, it's cold out here, that's for sure. I need to feel some warmth on me. There's a campfire by that tree. All right, real quick, before we continue with this, there's a campfire by the tree. Do you have a prediction about what's going to happen next? Prediction is when you make a guess about what's going to happen next. Do you have any predictions? Yes, I have one. Mrs. Duck, what's your prediction? Well, I think that Sneezy will be just fine. Don't you, boys and girls? I don't know. Well, let's see. Let's see what they say. Oops, almost slipped down here, Granny. Come on back up. He said with a smile, I like this a lot. And then right there, believe it or not, he melted from standing beside something hot. The children cried out, what should we do? Voice from the puddle said, make me brand new. They rebuilt Sneezy as snowflakes flew. A cold winter swirled and blew. The snowman sneezed a gigantic achoo. I'm sneezing and freezing and shivering too. A little girl said, then let's share. I have something you can wear. Here's my coat, the perfect fit. I know that you'll look good in it. The snowman blinked his coal black eyes. The bright orange coat was a nice surprise. It went very well with the scarf and hat. The children all said, how about that? But Sneezy said, whew, I'm way too hot. I'll take off all the new clothes I've got. The children yelled, no, that's not the way. Listen to what we have to say. Buy something cold at the ice cream store. Have 2 scoops or 3 or 4. Sneezy ate ice cream 7 scoops high. This is great, the snowman cried. I'm not too cold and I'm not too hot, and I'm wearing clothes I like a lot. Then, after eating every bite, he said, at last, I feel just right. All right. So, boys and girls, how was your prediction? When we stopped our story to make a prediction, how did it turn out? Were you right? It's all for fun, right? Making predictions. You can make predictions at any time with a story. You can look at the cover. We take a look at the cover and we say, what's going to go on here? You know what my prediction would have been? He's going to get a cold. But we don't really know if he ever really had a cold, huh? He was just cold. So, that's a prediction. Now, George, did you like that? Yes, I did. Right. Granny, did you like that? Why, yes, it was quite nice. Yeah, it was, wasn't it? Mrs. Duck, come on over. Did you like that? Why, yes, I just love these stories. Yeah, me too, Mrs. Duck. And I'm glad that you came along too. Hugs. All right, Mrs. Duck. Now, I don't know what happened to Red or Bigsby. Who knows? They were running around all over the place, weren't they? Well, I have a couple of questions for you. And after we read a story, we always like to ask a couple of questions. One, who are the characters in that? Who are the characters in that story? And 2, what was the setting? So what were the characters? Who were the characters? What was the setting? Finally, what happened at the beginning of the story? What happened in the middle of that story? And finally, what happened at the end of the story? What happened at the end of that story? All right, yeah. So thank you very much for joining me for Tea Time, Mr. T, boys and girls. I'm going to try to find out what's going on with Bigsby and what's going on with Red. In the meantime, boys and girls, let's put our pinkies up because it's so very fancy. Hold our cups up and come in for the clink. Bye, boys and girls. We'll see you next time.